What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're taking a look at a title called Death in the Water 2. This is a game that I've been waiting on because I really like deep sea stuff like Subnautica. If you've never seen Death in the Water before, this is a game about diving down to find treasure in the Eldritch Ocean. There is a kraken that is trying to hunt you, and there are going to be various monsters and critters. You go through a series of dives back to back with money that you carry on in between each run to upgrade your gear and buy new things. I've played the game for probably, about an hour now prior to the recording of this video, and so I think I've got my thoughts kind of put together. This game's actually pretty easy So this game's pretty easy to put to task, like pretty easy to label once you've played the first couple missions. There's not a huge amount of variation here. I think the core gameplay loop is going to work for some people, and then for other people, they're going to find themselves wanting a little bit more depth, but we'll talk about that a tad more at the end of the video. For now, if you wanted to check out Death in the Water, it is apparently in its 1.0. You can get that down below for about 18 bucks on Steam. Down there, you can also find a link to my Discord and my Twitch stream. But let's go ahead and dive on into the game and see if we can participate in some undersea fun. Under the sea, under the sea.
Go and investigate the tragic wreckage of the old fishing boat. There are 3 treasure chests near the hull that we need you to find. Oxygen is there if you need it.
Alright, so welcome to the game. This is Death in the Water. The first thing that's going to strike you about this game is actually that it's got really stunning visuals. This is a really good-looking game, and from the control scheme and what I've played so far, it feels like you are underwater. In most games, I think you would count that against it as sort of like a problem with the control scheme, but since the game takes place underwater, it actually kind of makes sense. Now, what is the goal of Death in the Water 2? The goal is to find 3 treasure chests, get the money out of them, and in fact, there's one right there. We're going to have to deal with this eel, though. Otherwise, he's going to bite at me in the face. I don't really want to hurt the eel because I like eels. I think eels are actually kind of adorable, like I want to pet them. But this eel right here is an eel of crankiness. It's an eel of anger. The music in this game does actively adjust depending on whether or not there's threats around, so you do want to listen to that for audio cues. We'll get rid of the lionfish real fast, and there's our first treasure chest. We're going to pop it on open, and there's going to be a whole bunch of, well, okay. There's going to be 3 gold coins, but they're the size of dinner plates, though, so I feel like they probably have value. In addition, on the map, randomly, you're going to find kind of these little chests over here that have various supplies and goods inside of them. And there's our wreckage right there that we're going to have to take a look around and see if we can get into. Our character does have a headlamp. If you look at his graphic when you're on, like, the equipment menu and whatever, I haven't quite figured out how to turn it on yet, though, so I don't know. Well, I guess it is kind of on right now. I guess it just doesn't have, like, a very good throw to it. Like, it needs, we got to pump up the LEDs, all right? Let's see here. I'm going to guess that there's some goodies down beneath. It's not really a guess because I've played through this before. There we go. There's the door that I'm looking for. And I see our next treasure chest. Now, when you are in the radius of a treasure chest, you will hear kind of a jingling noise. And once you get to the levels that are much more populated, with things like grass and kelp and things of that nature, where the treasure chests are not actively inside of like a barge, basically, it's going to take you a lot more effort to find them, and you're going to want to use sound cues pretty aggressively. It sounds like it's in this room over here. There we go.
We found the wreckage of the Odyssey. It looks like something monstrous tore through the hull, causing it to sink. Look around and see what you can find.
Okay. I found an ancient pirate treasure chest on board this somewhat modern little trawler. And so once we found all 3 of the chests, what's going to happen is there's going to be a big scary noise in the dark. That's the Kraken. And then pretty much every single, so like before the Kraken does like his auga thing, everything in the game is not really like hostile. They may take a swipe at you if you hit them first or if you get too close to them. But concerning noise, I'm going to grab some oxygen. There we go. All right, so I've got my oxygen locked in. Once the Kraken does his thing, you are going to come under attack by pretty much every piece of sea wildlife in the area. Please reload faster. Please reload faster. There we go. You're going to want to pick those up right there. Whenever you kill off an animal, it's going to drop like a little pea globe The little P globe, it's going to give you basically like a score multiplier, because ultimately the point in this game is to see how well you can maximize your score via undersea fighting everything that looks at you wrong. There we go. Got that one in the neck. And then the level is just going to kind of end here. It's a little bit jarring. I do think that there's probably a better way for them to conclude the levels. My suggestion would be to add sort of an extraction mechanic to it, something like Zero Sievert or something like Tarkov, where really, once you've got the treasure, everything goes hostile. And I think it would be much more interesting if you had to get to either like a dive bell or like a rope ladder that's hanging down from a ship that's up above, something a little bit more immersive, because the game seems to be capitalizing very, very heavily on kind of like audio cues and ambience and sort of like these stark, muddy visuals that make it difficult to see what's going on. Grabbing the treasure chest and then just being attacked by everything, and a couple seconds after you kill the last thing that attacks you, the level just kind of jarringly ends. I don't know, for whatever reason, it didn't really work for me. Like, the first time I beat a level, I was like, oh, it's over? Like, and I don't think that's really, you don't want people to be like, oh, it's over? You want people to be like, ugh, it's over. Like, you get the difference between those two sentiments right there. And I think that actually having basically endless amounts of enemies attacking the player as they try to make it to like an extraction spot, basically, to be pulled out of the water, would be a very, very good way to kind of dial up the tension and everything that the game already has going for it. Now, at the end of every single level, you're going to have an opportunity to buy some upgrades. We have $550, and so it's a really, really good idea for you to pick up pretty much everything you possibly can along the way. It is possible for you to beat a level without getting all the treasures and basically getting like half credit for the mission, and it will take you to the next mission. You can restart the missions whenever you want, so if you start getting towards the end of the mission, you feel like you're not going to be able to grab everything, it's totally possible for you to just go to the options and say restart mission real quick. But try to get all the treasures, because it seems like there's some fun stuff in here. There's a shotgun, there's a minigun, there's a sniper rifle, there's kind of like a pistol. I'll probably try to get the pistol next, but there are also upgrades to your character, like increasing the amount of oxygen you can keep on you to avoid having to make repeat trips over to the oxygen station. You can increase the amount of time that you can sprint underwater. You can make your sprint recover faster. You can also upgrade weapons individually to have more ammo, to have a faster fire rate, to have a faster reload time, things of that nature. There's not a whole lot to it. And in fact, I think that's honestly what the game could use, is just an injection of more depth and more things. The ocean is a place of unimaginable horror where the darkest nightmares of mankind come to life and stalk the waves in search of prey. I mean, my family is from Hawaii. I like the ocean. I think the ocean is a pretty cool place.
Familiarize yourself with the area outside the caverns below Diablo's Reef. Try to avoid going too deep into the caves, as you can easily get lost. We dropped off plenty of ammo near the oxygen zone, so if you run into trouble, you should be able to defend yourself easily.
Okay. I question the intelligence of going to a place where apparently entire shipping lanes have been disrupted, called Diablo's Reef, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I haven't been able to figure out if it matters whether or not you kill off enemies prior to the final wave. Like, if I was to attack and kill that shark, would it actually affect outcomes and make there be less enemies when I get to the end of the level? I don't really know. Anti-venom kit. Okay, I'll take that. Get some stinger ammos too. Yeah, it looks like you don't really get like the combo thing, but you do get score. I'm also pretty sure if you shoot sharks, it causes like aggro or something with other sharks, but I don't know. I've been playing around with it, but this is one of those games that you kind of like fiddle with. So what do we have going on over here? Sir, I'm gonna need you to relax. I was gonna pet you. I was gonna give you kitty kibble under the sea. I was gonna be your friend. Now you've ruined it. Our relationship is forever sullied by the biting and gnashing of teeth. Treasure chests. Right. Let's see if we can locate a couple of these bad boys down here. We've got another eel. It seems like I was able to crack off a shot and get him in the mouth. I'm going to punish a little bit here. Oh, God, the other one's back. Okay. Oh, shark. Relax. Now is not the time. Why are you not dead? I need you to be dead. Please be dead. Thank you. I thought I heard a jingling for a second. There it is. Okay, so I found one of the treasure chests. Let's see if we can crack this thing open. And it's got a crown and 2 coins inside of it. 1 coin inside of it. 2 coins inside of it. I can count. I know how to do things. I'm competent. He's coming back for another pass. Oh, we got him. Nice. All right, so he's down. There's no option to reclaim your spears. I tried to reclaim my spears when I first started playing. Doesn't look like it works. There's one. I see one over here. There it is. Okay, so we've got 2 of the bestie chesties. Oi! Stop it. Oh, I shot him right in his shark brain. Nice. All right, we took him out. I do like the cloudy sort of blood effect that you get when you shoot things. A goblet, a crown, and a coin. Okay. That leaves us with 1 chest left to find. Unfortunately, the chest indicators can be kind of hard to see if you're inside their radius. And so sometimes you got to back up a little bit off of like the main operational area to figure out exactly where the chest is going to be at. I hear jingling. Hey, there it is. There we go. Lionfish, time for you to go. What you got for me? Show me something good. 4 medallions. Not great. Not terrible. Ooh, a big sea Aw, dude. Okay, let's see if we can get to kind of like open water real fast so that we can ID threats before they get here. We got a shark coming in. Pulled it back. Got him. We got 2 more sharks coming in. Got that one. Oh, dude. Got that one. There's like a weird crawling, gross noise coming from that other side. Your oxygen is low. Oh, no. I need more oxygen. I'm unoxygenated. Let me get the oxygen. All right, so we got some oxygen here. And I think that's our final shark right there. So I think we're solid. Like, I think we're good. And there you go. Dive 2 is done. Let's take a look. We've got 2,000 bucks. We need 500 more, and then we'll be able to get the pneumatic pistol. I think I'm going to try to beeline for a better weapon. Like, don't get me wrong. The harpoon gun is perfectly fine. But it seems to take a long time to get the job done unless I score that oh-so-sweet headshot. The deep sea is a place of beauty and terror, where the only certainty is that anything can happen. It's a place that will haunt your dreams and leave you feeling like you've entered a different world altogether. All right, what's on the mission docket today?
Scanners have picked up something massive lurking near the old plane wreck. It's probably just a whale, but still worth investigating just to be sure.
So there's something whale-sized near a plane wreck, and you want me to go there not being the size of a whale. I want to be very, very clear about this. I am not the size of a whale. I am, in fact, much, much smaller than a whale. And you want me to just, like, go over there armed with a spear? Don't you think this is maybe, like, the job for, like, a team? Or somebody in, like, a submersible? I don't know, something... a job for somebody with some semblance of armoring, you know? Get the shark real fast. I don't know how much drop there is to my spears. Like, how much do I have to lead the sharks, you know what I mean? Oh, we dropped a couple of them. Let's try this chest over here and see if we can find it. We'll kind of, like, make some moves. So this chest, another sea mine. Apparently there was, like, a war in this area. I don't know. It said on the loading screen that there was kind of like a war in this neighborhood, and the sea mines are left over from that war. And we do have some supplementary stuff right here. Oh, God. Right up the butthole. That's what you get. Yeah, take that damage. I don't hear any jingling or any indication of possible treasures. I don't know. I'm going to try to stay mobile. I mean, the worst case scenario is that you kill everything in the final wave and just leave one up while you swim around looking for treasure. I hear something. There it is. All right, treasure chest number 1. Come. Give me your sparkly goodies. Ow! Sir. Unnecessary. Unnecessary roughness on the pitch. Shoot you. Definitely stop you from being a little turd nugget. I need to get rid of all these lionfish too. Uh-oh. Bad time to reload. Got that one. That one missed me. Is that lionfish like already dead? I don't know. I'm just gonna get the oxygen. All right, oxygen acquired. What is our next target? Over here. Oh yeah, dude, there's a plane down here. Oh, there are sharks everywhere. I feel some kind of way about this situation, and it's not positively. This looks like open ground. At least to me it does, so it should... Oh, good. Human remains. Fantastic. Okay. I was kind of hoping I could kill off a couple of these. There's a lot of them, though. He mad. He big mad. He big shark mad. I do think that the movements are very, very fluid and very believable on the sharks and, like, on the fish and stuff. Like, it's a very, very pretty game to look at.
Flight 412 crashed several years ago under strange circumstances. The pilot inexplicably lost control after reporting that something was trying to attack his mind. Only 3 bodies were found after they washed ashore a few days later. Their skin had been removed and the eyes had been gouged out.
Well, that's just fantastic. That's just called Fun Time Christmas. Skin removed, eyes gouged out. Just seems like a really, really pleasant time on vacation. Ah, I hear a treasure. Where is it? There it is. I think we're on track right now to get our gun after this level. It's hard to say, but I think we should have enough money. There it is. I see it. I saw. This is like one of the first times ever that I saw it before I heard it. I tend to be like a sound junkie in games. Like, I tend to use my ears a lot more because I was not blessed with really great eyesight. And so I've noticed I lean on my ears very, very heavily. All right, here we go. We're a little bit low on oxygen, which I think adds a tiny bit of desperation to this last survival phase. At least in my opinion. Because I've got to grab oxygen at some point during this. Where is the oxygen station? I don't even know where the oxygen station's at. We may be better served just going for headshots here and trying to finish this off. There we go. Let me grab my combo increasers. Got that one. Oh, he didn't die. That one's got a stronger chin than the other ones. Get that lionfish out of there before accidents happen. I don't want to get poisoned. All right, there goes another shark. A little bit more O2. What are we up against here? Oh, there's a nope, that one's dead. Oh no, dude, he had like a little fishy friend on his tummy and now he's dead. I've ruined the power of friendship with pneumatically launched spears. I'm a terrible person. There you are, I see you. Yep, just keep lining up. If I can keep them in open water, I think I'm okay. It's once I start to mess around in areas where there's like little nooks and crannies for them to hide in, that's when it starts to get a little bit nasty. All right, so we've got like a 14 times multiplier now. That's good. We've been hitting these headshots. We've been making it happen. And so we just got our third dive trophy. We've got 3,700 gold. The Manta Ray handgun has a small explosive tip dart that detonates after impact, ripping through bone and flesh. Yeah, I want that. Give me that. And then upgrade the ammo on it. And then upgrade the damage. Yeah, just lots and lots of damage, dude. I want this thing to hurt. I want it to sting. All right, so we've got ourselves a handgun now. Hopefully it works out.
We dropped you into the same area where you left off with the last dive. That strange anomaly that we picked up on the scanner occurred again, just before those sharks became aggressive and attacked you. It might all be related, so we'll have to monitor it. You are pretty close to some abandoned...
Ow!
Go and see if you can find anything valuable.
I think we may be better off with the spear gun. I don't know. There's still more treasures we gotta find down here. Let's get after it. I honestly kind of wonder if this game wouldn't have worked better if they hadn't broken it up into levels. Like if they had just given you, because it seems like you have full access to the map from the beginning of the game. Your objective is just in specific areas. Like it kind of makes me wonder, what if they had just gotten rid of the levels altogether and put you kind of in the deep sea open style, and it just kind of chained the objectives together, basically, and the map just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That would have been less jarring, too, actually, and I think it would have shifted perception a little bit. Let me see if I can grab some goodies over here. We've got a whole bunch of coins. We got a little John cup over there. I think I missed a coin. There it is right there. All right. Hey, stop that. I will shoot you in your breathing apparatus, bro. I will Splat go and give it to you, all right? However, the game does feel like it has an intensity to it, so I don't feel like it would take that much adjustment to kind of get it to where I would want to play it long term, you know? Like, I think they've got the fish looking great, they've got the ocean feeling good and threatening, like, they've got the soundtracking on point.
The explosives from the naval mines were thought to have been removed shortly after the war. Their floating carcasses remain as a reminder of those terrible years.
There's a sea snake. They're really breaking out all the biggest hits when it comes to hostile underwater life. Something unnatural about a snake that swims, man. I'm kind of dubious on snakes to begin with. I think I hit him. Yeah, I got him. All right, so let's grab these goblets. And the wildlife does interact with one another. Like, I've noticed on certain occasions, like if I shoot like a lionfish, all the sharks that are around will react to the blood and they'll start attacking the lionfish's corpse. Like, there's interesting things that happen in this game. Like, I don't think that it's like a lost cause. I think it's just a game that needs like more depth and like I think like restructuring. And they've said that there's more gameplay modes on the way in their roadmap, so they're planning on supporting this game post-release. They said that they're working on a weapon that allows you to summon an army of dolphins. They've said that there's new gameplay modes coming, and so that right there, like a roguelike mode or like a roguelite mode or like an endless mode or something of that nature would actually be really cool, since that tends to be the genre that I'm into to begin with. And that's really fertile territory if they could get this whole thing like procedurally generating and like endless, and like the waves just get worse and worse and worse, and every time you pick up a batch of treasure chests, more of them spawn elsewhere. And then there's kind of like these little killing floor breaks where you can go and like buy stuff for upgrades or whatever, and like maybe ante up by like if you don't buy something you get interest on the money, adding a little bit of like risk reward versus like, do I want to buy what I want to buy right now, or do I want to stack up a little bit of cheddar? I don't know if I hit him with that second one. I wasn't trying to like scare him off, I was just trying to get rid of him. There we go. Give me my mun-muns. Give me my cheddar stacks here. All 3 treasure chests have been found and isolated. We need to get back over here, and we need to refill our oxygen before things get bad. I just need some oxygen. Please let me breathe. There we go. I got him. I got him. He's down. I think that eel was looking for a little bit of revenge, though. I think I saw... Yeah, I need the... Whoa! Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, you know, 200-foot octopus. That's totally normal. That's the kind of thing that happens when you're under the ocean. Give me ammo. Give me ammo. Give me ammo. All right. No, shark! I'm not your enemy! You're being manipulated! Do I have to kill the octopus? Like, what if I run down the octopus? Where did he go? Like, if I kill him, will it unmentally entangle all the sharks and all the snakes and things that are trying to eat me? Oh, I'm all out of everything. Just gotta keep shooting. All right, give me my combos. Give me my combos. Where'd the octopus go? Is he over here? I'm gonna see if I can go get him. I think I got the snake. He's not dead, he's just wounded. Hold on, let me get into this chest. Don't bite me. Don't you bite me. Don't you do it. I may have to go back for air soon. I don't like having less than a tank. The lionfish don't seem hostile. Another shark down. Yeah, it's got to be the octopus that I've got to fight. If that noise is him, he's over here. Yeah, he's sending out little psychic barbs. Did I get him? Nice, I got him. Okay. With the snakes, it's like a really, really narrow target that you've got to hit. Another shark coming in. Get him right in the domer. Oh, I just got bit by something. Oh my god, it's all the sharks in the world. Ow. Drop you. Run you off for a second. God, this reload, bro. Got that one. Oh, dude, there's another one. No! Get away from me! This undersea adventure is not very much fun. There is significantly less singing and jaunty songs than Disney led me to believe. I don't even know if I hit that one right. Ah! Okay, I gotta use a med kit. Is that one alive? I can't tell if that one's alive. Oxygen is low. Yeah, I'm aware of the situation. I'm working on it. Fresh breath. All right. So apparently that was our next mission down. So yeah, I think that's kind of the thing about this game. Death in the Water 2, I think, is a game that does a lot of things really, really well. So, for example, the atmosphere, the soundtracking, the visual presentation, all of those things are off the charts. I very much like the way that the soundtrack keeps track of how close the closest enemy is and gets more intense and adds in more bassoons and things like that. And it's really kind of got like that Jaws-like feeling to it. You can tell that's what they were modeling it after. It is that growing sense of unease that there's something near you, but you can't watch, you know, in 6 degrees of freedom in every direction at the same time. And like, where is it, you know? The game has a good selection of graphical adjustments that you can make in the options. I went through that, and like, this game had film grain on, it had depth of field and a bunch of things that I don't like on by default. I was able to disable all of them individually. They weren't packaged together under like post-processing or anything else like that. So that's really, really good. And the vocal performance of the operator actually has sort of like this disconcerting apathy that I think fits in really, really well with the game. Like, oftentimes for me, it felt like the operator didn't really care less whether I lived or died. Like, I was just a pawn in sort of these sterile briefings for a company, and that disposability that was implied in those briefings actually made me feel really ill at ease. It was almost like I was having my objectives spit out by a robot that just feels no type of empathy. In most games, I think that would be a bad thing, but in this game, it actually ended up really, really working. The weapons feel good, movement feels smooth and predictable, and you are able to dodge enemies with certain movements once you figure them out. The levels, they are well appointed. I haven't seen any jagged lines or torn models or anything else like that while I've been in the water. And I think that when it comes to presentation, I think the game does a really, really good job. But here's where we run into some trouble. So for me personally, the simple core gameplay loop is going to be the big problem here. Like, the go in, get treasure chests, stand your ground and fight. That's all well and good, and it all functions perfectly fine, and I did feel tense while I was playing the game, but I couldn't help feeling like I would have liked to have seen a little bit more depth added to the game. That's an accidental pun right there, but what I mean is, like, a few more mechanics, a few more side objectives, data logs that you can find randomly scattered throughout with sort of like voiceovers filling in the world and like what happened to all these crews with like the screams and garglings of the dying while you're in the water trying to defend yourself. Like, that stuff would have really added like an extra level of ice to your heart while you're swimming through these environments. A selection of alternate suits would have been really cool with different graphics that focus on being tanky or fast or like resplendent, you know, really, really, really high on O2. Those would have been cool as well with their own little upgrade trees and whatnot, giving you some more replayability with different suit types. In endless mode, a roguelike mode, arena modes, that kind of stuff is apparently planned. They haven't said specifically, but they said there's more gameplay modes coming in their roadmap. And if they did get like an endless mode or like a roguelike mode or something like that, I think I'd definitely be interested in coming back and visiting. As it stands right now, the game is an absolute visual feast and audio feast that definitely knows how to cultivate a real sense of tension while you're swimming through the ocean. Its swimming and its combat mechanics are good, and I think if that's the part of video gaming that keeps you engaged, I think you're pretty solid here. Like, however, if you're looking for like deeper mechanics and interactions and secrets and character builds and that kind of stuff, it's very, very unlikely that Death in the Water 2 is going to be able to justify its $20 price tag. So it really depends why you're coming here. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so that you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, we were checking out Death in the Water 2. Tomorrow we'll be playing something else. Thank you for sharing your time with me, and that's all I've got. Bye, folks.